Let me turn this down on my end. Jesus Christ. Let me actually bump it on y'all's a little bit. Thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening. Whoa. Skyscrapers. A knife. Animation. 2 murderers. Knifed. A man has been knifed in the back in Lego City. Oh no. Who the hell? It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Why do I come here to the office? Why do I come here to the office every day? I feel like I want to work. There you are, finally! Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow! Who are you? Doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time! But... please, you have to help. It's my sister. Whoa. Whoa. Maya? Could it be... okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma. Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just, you seem kinda jumpy. Or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old. I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait! Only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known. At my age, no less. At my age, no less. So what exactly is your current position, then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you could call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age, no less. Great, another future professional in training. This is about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... that's interesting. How would she know Mia? She want to be a scientific investigator when you grew up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. This case is handled scientifically. I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. Sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? Same school, huh? I have really bad line reads today. I'm kind of out of it. She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright. February 22nd, detention center, visitor's room. Huh, I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am, is it just your sister? No excuses. You should not want to raise this here, Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Oh. Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have an defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? How do you know me? God, I'm bad at reading. Ah, Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana. Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters. One a lawyer. One a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma. Lana. I mean, they're just like... She even has the same hairstyle! Oh my god! She really is Maya too! Oh my... Jesus Christ. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Something you should know from the start. Which is... the suspect in this case has confessed the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's best position. Witness clearly saw me committing the crime. My, that was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? My subordinate's car trunk? Classic. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. So who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death was immediate, but the wound was fatal. Let's see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Yeah, it means officer down! Hell yeah, baby. Let's go. Uh-oh. What? Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. God. I can't imagine being a cop and having pride. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. To the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure that prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible. You wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! He was in law school. I was in my third year, and she was auditing the class. She was different than other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Oh! Oh! Exposed! Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Uh-huh. Intellectually, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Intellectually, sure. Sure, I believe that. Intellectually. Definitely. Lana was at the top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. Well, a bit different than Emma says it. Oh, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana! Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So, how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed, after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana's confessed the crime, yes. But something isn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm gonna find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister, she's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. As long as there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. This is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work! Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my coworkers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes? I'm trying not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there! You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? What do we have here? Looks like a Bambina got loose in a ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall! Marshall? It's more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's little strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you will regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti on the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? You head along. You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Let's call out cowboy. Call out cowboy. No, his hair's not a towel. Was that a hombre, a friend of yours? Kind of, sort of, yeah. He's a detective who thinks he's a sheriff in the Wild West, it seems. Now, what's this? What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer. Wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now. Look at the court record. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. What do you mean there's a character named Dishwater Slog? What does that mean? I have to look this up. That's a character design, alright, I guess. Jesus. I guess it's better than, like, Brony Friend Tony. Now, let's start examining from every angle. Woo! Look, there might be a clue here. You should check it out with a press of enter. Which I'm not gonna do. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess, but I don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID added to the court record. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Anything else around here I can look at? Aha! A ladder! That's a step ladder. What's the difference? Scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Your glasses are neat. Who in a day is turning his dishwater slug? Larry. Like, that's a no-brainer. It's Larry. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure? What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? So you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. All is in our way. Gotta floss it for water. Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. I fail to see what makes any difference either way. What's this then? What's a door? Look, a door! This must mean something. This must mean something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open! A mysterious lock! I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. For me, it's both. Kind of a dual purpose. Aha! The theory of relativity. What? Gotta write this down. Ah! Hey, Mr. Wright! Maybe you know, was Mr. Relatively German, or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? This is a good game. What about... It's not important. Small wait. Look! A stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. You can see the whole parking lot from there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe. Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. I hate to break it to you, but I think it's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. An oil drum. It's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll head in here and do a stakeout. I think you'd probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. Let's see. Anything else to examine? That's nothing. I already looked at that. That's not important. That's also, I've seen that. Yeah! Rotate! And name and ID number written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, 5842189. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. That's what they use. Letters. Letters, silly! The reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID YABADAB. Yabba-dab! ID Yabba-dab. Yabba-dabba-doo. See, wouldn't that be better? Yabba-dab. Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point. Doesn't take much to amuse her. Anything else I can look at? Nope. Alright. Wait, can I, like... Yeah, boy! Sick! thing looks like tasty. It looks like a cookie. I would eat this. Jammy Dodger ass. Alright, let's see. I'm not sure where to look now. Oh, I can slide. Yeah, that'd do it. Ooh. A cellular device! I'd eat the badge too. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our client. You'd best be moseying along. Unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Yeah, scary. Did you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, well. Little Phyllis got a good nose on her. You wanna know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, huh? Please! No problem, partner. About time for vittles anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prosecutor's office. Might just find you a curvaceous you like. Prosecutor's office? What does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self. Look up Vittles Saloon Cerveza. You should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like. Just keep your paws off our client. Right. Great. Great. Maybe there's some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? Are you two all set? Us? Who the hell? She's got a rice ball in her hat! What's this? She couldn't be... You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. What's your way of doing business? This area is lawful to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Or are you officers? No, but you don't look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days of the cough-up queen are over. Cough-up? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned to my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder. The stabbing of that detective. What?! And this police saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up queen, tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. And don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Ma'am, this is a crime scene? Yes, ma'am. Yipes, she means it. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I knew the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Is it because you make it that way every Friday? Destiny? Is there a day special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know that. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. I have no idea what she's talking about. You! The most heinous of all evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady is a thing against prosecutors. white people can cook. It's like they're like the Avatar, born once every 100 years, and when all these are most they vanish. And I'll tell you this for free, it sure ain't Gordon Ramsay. Damn. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now know what they feel when they say they talk about a woman's wrath. See Lana Skye wield that knife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut so ring in my ears, and the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course. It's quite a feat, becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. How would this pretty lunch lady know the prosecutor's name? Yeah, I'll say it again. Fuck a Gordon Ramsay. He's overhyped for, that's for damn sure. Fuck him. God. I'm looking at Dishwater Slug and like, Jesus. That looks like, that doesn't look like a My Little Pony character. It looks like someone's like Twitter Sona or something. Can we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs understand. The kind you can only tell someone has tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set. What? Listen, okay, so here's Tinder Unicorn Hunter. So this game takes place in America, quote unquote, but it actually takes place in Japan, so they're just trying to justify why she has, like, Japanese box lunches. Also, I don't know what a General Tso's Trilobite lunch set is, but that sounds kind of weird. Ah, never mind, you win. I even want to appreciate a part of a Trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? A glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches and put them here anyway. I drop in to see him. He's here anyway. Selling lunches. I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Did you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Ha! Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams and chowder. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a sure case of food poisoning. Scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough up with me. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not sure. Jesus Christ, that stupid Steel Samurai statue behind her? Oh my god. Like, I don't think she wanted Emma to get her heels because she's like 16 and she's obviously a legal adult, so nah. That's a nope from me. This is the kind of room that just screams I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look! There's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What, that shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. He really does love the samurai! Ah! God, I love Edgeworth so much. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Of course! I'm his biggest fan! My sister introduced us once and... Right. Her sister is the chief prosecutor, after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you. I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No! Did I? No! I was just... Mr. Wright here, he... Hey! Don't blame me! We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder? A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? What face is it making? I've never seen this face before. Jesus Christ, he looks so different. What? Your car? I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream. So the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir. Emma Skye. It's nice to meet you again. Oh, that didn't sound forced at all. Ah, now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own car had become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Skye is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, raging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy! Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. I'm not gonna do the entire trial because I'm kind of bored. Should probably go about like 2 hours. Chief Prosecutor Skye. Yes, we worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did you stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was a knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. No prints. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can we take a joke? You have strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Alright. We'll look around his office. My. What an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy? I know I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Why, I want one. Huh? Something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancé? Ah. I don't think so. I remember now. Ooh, cute. What a pretty tea set. I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Amazing! The drawer below is full of packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too over my chest, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights are surrounded by the blue pawn. Huh? Those swords are mounted knights. They're swords of really sharp edges. Check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. This sword must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair? Nah, it's nothing. Damn. Bully moments. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Of prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So? So that K, that's... K stands for King? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors. Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. Alright, let's examine some stuff. Like this, for instance. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild. Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always picture him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. Alright, anything else to look at? Nope, just a knife. Now this is not. Alright. What else we got? Look at this. Anyway. It looks broken, honestly. What happened to it? Was it always like this? I don't really look at here. Or say, like, mention the fact that this thing is broken, but nope. Anyway, look at it again. So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations! King of Prosecutors! Please stop saying that. This doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off? I'm glad I'm not the only one who noticed that. Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This is his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. There's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe naughty and take a picture. She's getting way too excited about this. Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Feels like this makes me want to curl up and take a nap. But he pours over his case files here until the wee hours in the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. Bed in the morning, he has sofa hair and little pieces in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool. Sofa hair is cool? Before you left, I mentioned Emma's like 16, so I don't think that whole that lady being interested in her is all right. And Edgeworth has a bunch of goofy stuff like this Statue of the Steel Samurai here. And we're just in his office right now. Work desk. It's quite tidy as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. That's probably so well I can see my own reflection. Strange. Why did this picture Detective Gumshoe? Don't take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. Alright. Whoa! What a view! It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the time until winter for the ground would be... Got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. I don't think handy's the right word. Whoa! These are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them for him. Strange. Why did I just picture this in the Gumshoe? He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Alright, I think I've seen everything I need to see here. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to everything. No, he's dating Phoenix. Where to now? Oh, I should have presented something to him, I guess. I missed it. So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why's that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. Police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? Gumshoe is not the rebound. Like, at best, like, Gumshoe really appreciates him, but I think Gumshoe's, like, in his 30s, and Edgeworth is, like, 24. If I remember correctly. Let me actually look it up. Yeah, Dick Gumshoe, 26, and they're both 24. I guess it could work, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Wait, was he 26 during, Phoenix Wright 1? No, that was, he was like 26 during, I think, another game. Where Phoenix was like, where Edgeworth was like 20. What does it matter? I've got way more important things to worry about. Oh, right. Doesn't seem so too concerned about his award for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday? Tell me more about yesterday? Tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transfer. Wrapping your hands of little cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A sermon was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards on outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield? I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. What did Lunch Lady say? She said she saw the murder happen with her own eyes, and yada yada. This is the parking stuff in the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I'd appreciate it if you direct that suspicion to Claire elsewhere. Oh, this guy! I've seen this guy. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anyone on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I have to report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. The name of that kind, no name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir! I'm just following orders, sir! They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars arrangement with us, sir. Here, give me your name. Yes. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Let's see, he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. Right. Yes, sir. God, caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's see what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. Seems to have finally calmed down at least. Police department. Ugh. Gotta hang out in the frozen meat locker. Phew. We're finally here. Why'd they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That's almost 30 minutes by taxi. And traffic wasn't even that bad. Police department, huh? I've only ever been to the criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal! What are you doing here? Hi, Gumshoe. That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why are you dancing over there? What? Well... At least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is their chance to get information. Hey! I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh. Well, it's just that the police prosecutors confessed to the crime. She says she met him in the defective prosecutor's office and she killed him. What if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well... No, come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. What if the evidence is faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister! Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean, this time? Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true, we've never had the chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only highest-ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest-ranking guy in here is our chief of detectives. I'm not letting anybody of us rank-and-file detectives in at all. None of you? Oh, this is an important trial. Isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? Even police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned an underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. Well, I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. Patrolman in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. Can we look at the court record again? I'm gonna look at, this. Nothing on the back. Also, it was 1712. This is the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. Only was held up at a couple extra red lights. He wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. Just to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. Okay, I guess that's everything. Let me examine this to just be safe. Nothing. What's that on the bottom, actually? That's interesting. I didn't see that before. Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here. Those are the names of all the previous recipients engraved on it. Wow. One guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner. Yeah. That's probably it. Where he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. And she says that his name does have kind of a ring to it. I just got that Von Karma's name is kind of a pun. I was wondering about that. What? The Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this Detective Gumshoe? Chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so we can go anywhere. There's no switch, so we just dance until the batteries die. Poor Blue Badger, afraid to dance till he drops. Let me examine this shit. Oh, I thought I could examine it. Game, let me look at it. Okay, let me examine things. I want to examine that handprint. I would like to know. Yeah, I see it, but they won't let me look at it. Let me see it, pal. I want to know the thing. All right. Found Mr. Edge's car. Stabbed with Mr. Edge with a knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean... I mean, surely, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? I have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Yeah, it was the Blue Badger who did it. Don't mind me when I'm not moving. It's fine. Everything's fine. Detective Gumshoe, can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal. This is a detective ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it into police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Even if the Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa! Now I remember! Bruce Goodman! He's the victim! That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? So, this ID card belongs to the victim? He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transfer? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. And Lan's confessing as much. Let me try presenting this. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were we at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got my award. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is this sword a shield, and why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Well, it started with them, with the murder of the defense attorney Hammond. I should probably, hold on, let me squeeze this in a bit more. I didn't notice things are kind of just off camera. That's a little better. Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but they're always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Aren't you handling this case? Why aren't you in the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... What is his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and we'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just look like you're supposed to be there, and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Thank you, Detective. Pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, police drama in action. Some of the thought fills with excitement.
February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot.
Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit until the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then. Oh, still here? Ah, hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene.
I'll look it up.
Let me look it up. Because apparently all this, the entire game takes place. Let's see. The game apparently takes place in Los Angeles, but it isn't. It's apparently an alternate Los Angeles where Japanese culture has been allowed to flourish and lend to American culture. Let's see. That's what it is. What's his name in Kyosuke Zaimon? Let's see. I don't see where he's actually from, as opposed to like the game. Doesn't say, unfortunately. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Sometimes you're just a bootlicker. There's been something I wanted to ask you. Scene of the crime. A cold grave for men who lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case something that catches his interest? Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right into this patoot. It's a letter of introduction to Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? How little cowdog? He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say it's a letter of introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues here are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. You like to sell. Strike out for lands unknown. Damn! Manifest destiny! I fucking hate this game. I, honest to God, didn't know he was gonna say that next. Oh my god, I hate this stupid game. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. You can't just say that! Oh my god. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be eating this anymore. Crumbled and discarded. I'm gonna examine the cell phone. It's a cell phone. Scientific analysis suggests it belongs to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Right, let's check it out. Oh! Automatic, supersonic, hypnotic, funky, fresh. Ooh. Snazzy. You're not, but you can't just say that. Phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button and display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation. Whatever. Let's check this phone. Let's check this phone out. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, just pushes the button. Hey, that song! I know that! What's going on over there? Ah, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that their phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Who's it? It belonged to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who'd she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. Sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone, a wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They'll shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Oh, inside of the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Check out this eye-searing red car. This appears to be where the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. Crime took place in an underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Not a luxury car. It screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. You're right. Let's see. 67S122. You really should. There's a name on the paper. Name written on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth and not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. I'm just gonna rotate this one. What's wrong? Look, I do during finals. Never mind. It's nothing. Alright. Anything else we need to note? Nope. Yeah, we can rotate anything almost. Like our badge! Also, hi, Bubba, what's up? Rotate. Banana. We can't rotate everything because, this and this are static images. See? Unrotatable. Cannot rotate. Officer Marshall, can you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little bit more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stabs the chest, a fine piece of work. Here's the autopsy report. Is my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So, there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the Chief Prospector. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot? So it seems. I call him an armed man who should have high noon. Okay, let me bring up the speed. So, remember the first case? Yeah, it's that again, basically. Emma is, the sister of the chief prosecutor. And she's like, my sister didn't kill someone, and her sister's like, I totally did it, here's evidence, I totally did it, but we know she didn't do it. And, this is funny Cowboy Man, basically. This is just basically like, hey, what if, like, some characters weren't dead? And, like, I love that, like, Emma even has, like, Maya's exact same haircut. Like, it's identical. It's hilarious. I don't mean any offense, but, Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy-shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now it tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambino? So, why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short in hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out for the meantime. That's odd, though. That's what Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his own tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cowdog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just you don't realize it. Was Gumshoe kicked out of an investigation? You missed 5 minutes ago, Bobu, before you got here, when when you was saying something about like going to see a crime scene, like going to find new land, and like, damn, manifest destiny, and then immediately after he said it, I just like started laughing. It was the stupidest. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospect of tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall! Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... There's something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prosecutor's office. Dry wind or ill will, someone did something here. But who? Rumors about Mr. Ezra have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. The rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Yes, this is a cowboy cop. Of course it's a cop. Cowboys are cops, except for, like, the cool ones. These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgewood to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's her sister, Bambina, Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. You're saying Edgeworth making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Did ever think that Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? Ty was a notorious raiding cops? No. Now we're talking about a sheriff. A sheriff is the de facto cowboy cop. You know? Listen. Right, fine, sure. You got me, damn it. Got the goddamn semantics chat tonight. So, how are we doing? How are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing that's still bothering me is that Lana confessed to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18 just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. It's a really good pin. There's a lot of really good pins. A detective is murdered and the suspect is a top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. To be continued!
February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. Diction Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
I did the investigation yesterday, Mr. Wright. Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to the trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. This guy, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. She really does look like Mia, though. Oh, this is the last one for this game. This is one added in subsequent re-releases, like in the DS one and the 3DS one and ones after that. This is just a added one because they didn't have this one in the Game Boy Advance one original. You're not a defense attorney. Let me just look how similar these two characters are. Hold on. Can't actually find a good picture of her. Oh well. They do kind of look similar. We have almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Faye helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Oh, because at the end of the game, Maya went back up the mountains to do complete her training. So we have Emma instead, who's like basically Sky, but without any psychic powers.
The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since this trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose a path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. Judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Farewell, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness. Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. A cough-up queen. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. They're just really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a fiesta. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? This is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. Prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up! Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of all crime. Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective? Ah! Aha! I know who you are! Cough Up? Cough Up Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You make it to the description, Miss Starr. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. And now I'm hungry. The parking lot of the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. Block A is for the prosecutor's office personnel. Block B blocks are visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes? Crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Hey, CP, you wanna try that one again? You wanna try that one again? You wanna take that one again? Cause I can take a do-over. I can take a do-over. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. You know what? I kind of give you props for your conviction, but like, you know. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. So I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining. If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr. Whose side are you on? Man, this is why I hate court. It's full of bullshit. Fuck a him. Somehow, I always knew the day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend, when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finally home detective's intuition. So, through a wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor saying no to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then, she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Yeah, I am, you know? I'm very, very efficient. Bring me a lunchbox to your boyfriend. I'll touch it. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against the prosecutors? I feel that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off. She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. Flawless. This boyfriend. He's a detective? Not that boyfriend. The security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? But yet another boyfriend is still open for applicants. I think I'll stick with lunches, thanks. No, don't worry about it. It's fine. Note to self. They just did that think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. I don't think that's what you mean. It's up on the second level, so from there you can see everything from there. That'll be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. I sensed something. Let's see. Oh, okay. By garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it? Indeed, it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I've heard that tagline somewhere elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I'm relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph. You took this? You took this? And when I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly a defendant. Uh-oh. That is unmistakably Lana Skye. So what was the defendant doing at the time? I think that's what I gotta do. There we go. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Skye stab the victim with a knife? As I've already said, yes. I served on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure it is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. I've made this joke 6 times, I'm not gonna make it now. It's fine. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, isn't it? Then why is Miss Skye not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever-feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. It was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains in the chief prosecutor's coat? It's a black and white photograph. Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, you're gonna sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering a jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves! Wah! It really doesn't. Though these gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Yeah, it really does. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell boxed lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. Look at this case. The bloody murder weapon, the red car, all belonging to, what, prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? I mean, your prosecutors bad people. The defense is a request. We ask the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh. This knife had just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon! Ugh. Wah! Oh no, her lunch! Order, order, order! Great, now the tide is swinging in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Right. I believe that the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. Bro, what does that mean? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not ever such trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need to prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound like premeditation, doesn't it? So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may not cross-examine the witness. You thought, because you stabbed him again and again. But you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With a moss surprise. What? I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this. But take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth! He's my hero, really. No, I would not. My objection. No one noticed? I love Phoenix so much. A witness? You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. And tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. The red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the scene was. I would not eat moss? That's weird. There's no muffler there. Objection! Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself, with this photograph. Sir, please stop one-upping me! But that can't be! Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there! A scarf! No, not that, but something red. Really? Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. Most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth.
You know something?
Man, looking at this goofy hat makes you really want a rice ball. I really want an onigiri really bad. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made the escape, but against Angel Star isn't futile.
Those are, like, but you're not a cop? Listen. You think being a cop means people can't just perform arrests?
You were quite determined about the scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me. Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self. Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
Isn't everyone?
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Damn. Gay ass. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
Apprehending the suspect.
You say quickly. Are you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details. No, definitely press. Give me that information! I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. Lunchland car was... she was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing! The Coffle Queen, once-a-day athlete indeed. Would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. How did this guy not get away?
That's a good question. She mentioned the muffler.
She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember correctly, I would have told you my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory... It's like a salmon heading upstream. No, the cord doesn't seem, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order. So she used her cell phone? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should of course add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
Listen, it's not the car part. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Gave up trying to use the phone as her cell phone.
Let me get more information. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. She then picked up the phone, emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own phone out of her pocket. During that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. And then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? It's a water tank. It's a water tank. Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you wouldn't possibly have seen Miss Skye making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone is on the back side of this partition. If you indeed were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Wah! Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies! Urgh. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie the witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. Can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... She tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What's significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Skye using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed a crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Out of context. Let me ask a question for a clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? Someone we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Skye witnessed this crime was here. I'm guessing it would be... here. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there, but why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place we could see the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr, how many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has gotten the better of Angel Starr. Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? She's talking about Miss Skye? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? Doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. You have to be thinking about putting the badass woman in her place, giving games age, plus the whole slut-shaming aspect. You know what? I agree with that. I agree with that. I respect that. I feel like it's a lot of just the way women are written in video games like this, because, like, you either get, like, two types of, like, woman, and that's the, like, scantily clad woman, or who's evil, or the prudish woman who is not, you know? Or some vague vice versa of those two kind of scenarios.
I just hate the way women are written as, like, villains. They're always so boring. There's nothing really of any substance in there, because it's always just, like, they're doing stuff for a man, or always for some, like, flawed, nonsensical, hollow reason that makes no sense. You know, it's stupid. It's stupid. Anyway.
It still stands. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, then they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. But what? What would change?
Yeah, but, like, that'd also be kind of boring, too.
It changed the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the distance in the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed this crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to seeing the crime where you arrested Miss Skye? Well, witness? You. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunch has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. I wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. What the hell? That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking lot, parking in B block. That's quite a detour. Probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? Anything considerable. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. I'd like to take the time to remind people in the stream this is about a murder case? And we're talking about sporks? What? Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do you have any evidence to stop this? 5 minutes between the witnessing the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You can make pasta in that amount of time, if you like it al dente. I've got a lunchbox that tie pasta in knots, rookie. The 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yeah! Yeah, was the judge, secretly. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant, and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid that cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Uh-oh! Who said that? Uh-oh. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one you tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to sit on the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? This is another one of her trick lunchboxes. My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Star. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Can we get this judge indicted? Can we get this judge indicted? He's clearly taking bribes from someone who's told multiple lies in a court of law. Hello? Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. She's gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time. God, this is the dumbest game. Of evidence. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, it's the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? No, you didn't! 2 types of blood were found in the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why was this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Do you think Angel Star exhibited girl power when she lied in a court of law? Even the General Republic can produce artificial evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth's looking pretty sullen. At least study some evidence law, really. Absolutely. I think y'all are being biased. With the prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Man, look at this anime-ass woman trying to be, like, hero. God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't let us go through without a fight. You order the peppered fish guts, right? Gross. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client, she's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Yeah, hell yeah! I'm not imagining things. I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I give you a peppered fish guts now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you? See what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us a problem with the evidence. It's the blood. The problem with this evidence is here. Where? Take that finger and point it at your own head, Mr. Wright. Jesus. I'm aiming at the blood, but one won't let me do it. This is bullshit. Okay. Wrong one. I messed up. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. No, let me do it again. Let me do it again. I fucked up. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. I did a big fucky wucky. I fucked up.
Okay. It has to be yellow before I get the right one. Or, there we go. There we go. I wonder if you noticed, but there's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie, or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly contribute about blood on the bottom of his shoe? The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. Oh shit. Hello. Hey, Gabe. Thanks for stopping by. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort! Order! 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 Well, witness? What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright. But it's true that the lack of footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why wasn't a footprint? Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright. Think! Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Uh-oh. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. You were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint of the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about the apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside and kicked over an oil drum. Oh, and she's beautiful, but she's deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Yeah, the judge is just there to be, like, whoa! He's at a gawk. I thought it was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief of prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains become evidence against her! Wah! That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Well, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she'd stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe? Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and tried to conceal it. But... Enough. There is no need to further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star's on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Skye... Wait, what? Little girl. What did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well. I thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. Lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. The time for deliberations has passed. Any further comments will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this. A photograph. I added just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet! Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't have after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems it's what your sister wanted anyway. Well, shit. I'm sorry, Mia. Right. Wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare the verdict for good. I guess she was there. Your Honor, wait. What is with you people? Can I hand down my verdict in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over. Not until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, Wright? Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose we've come this far. We should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem with this photograph. Hey, look at that! Muffler. The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something pulled out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system. A pipe. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr. But it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to this case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's see what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth and the muffler is related to the case. Yeah, he is. Miss Starr, recall your testimony from the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Ah, yeah! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Ah! Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew. That was close. But we made it, at least for now. Yeah, that's Ace Attorney. You kind of never really know what's going on. Court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime, after all. He's still hungry? So, okay. Here's the long and short of it. The chief prosecutor has been found, has been accused of murdering a detective. And we're basically trying to solve it. Get a little closer when you explain it. Oh, sorry. Basically, we're trying to make sure that that Lana Skye is innocent because her sister reminds Phoenix of Maya rather. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the chat and speaking to the microphone at the same time. It's kind of difficult because things are weird. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except the day we're swimming in quicksand. What happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. I'm only starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell you the truth. Hola, partner. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up his temper. That's what they told me when I was young, at least. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the home range locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. Hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police have seen over the last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? This whole muffler thing doesn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She's wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth's seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? The photograph taken at the crime scene. She wasn't wearing a scarf. It's probably her actual muffler. Probably, so Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Woo-wee! Sir, please go back to Texas. I'd like to... What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Oh. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, and you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen! What happened to Mr. Edgeworth? Well then, I believe it is time to continue on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me. Knock knock? Who's there? Ah, it's this guy! What's with this guy? A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey! The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you! Oh! Sorry I'm late, Ajee. Roads are packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Ajee? How you been? Swim much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy schmizzy, Ajee, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Ajee, he seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Colonel Sanders. Sorry, but who are you? Aha! So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks? So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little worthy? Mr. Wright! You know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. We gon' fry some bacon tonight, baby. Prime rib, baby. Let's go. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at this poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. I don't like this Ganjabroni. The creme occurred and this guy really was wearing that muffler. But to think it was stuffed into the exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less. God. That makes me so uncomfortable. I hate this. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, I'd expect us to do our job. Now wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair! On the day of the crime, I had... Your head in the clouds got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ah. The court accepts this new evidence. I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think I have to do is push that switch, and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Oh, this is a stupid game. Woo! 3D graphics. Alright, enough of that. Wow, don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but I could ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife. Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. The detective was killed at the police department. Let's see, what a mess. The time of crime? 5:15. It's quite a coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Yeah, it's a very garish thing. And sorry to say, we're gonna see a lot more of it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, OG. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact same time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order! 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 Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you well might assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I can understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright? Two detectives killed at the same time in two different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Well, let's see if I can... I don't know. I don't think I know enough about it right now to use that as evidence. Oh! I guess I do. This knife was found on the scene of the crime. I think it makes it to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that can go on in the department that I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about that knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife when we can, righto? Evidence links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting a piece of evidence to have me stumped on this time. That's what he does! That's what he does. Wait a second. Ah, at last! An honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! An honest-to-goodness what do you mean from Udgy. This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL-9 2. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s 12 divided by 2? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside... The printed name on this memo makes it look it's right side up. But turn around and what do you get? Ah! Aha! Just like Danganronpa. Whoever wrote this note was on the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief? Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? The knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Yeah, basically. This is a much better game and way less creepy. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. That is a really good emote. It's a really good emote. On the day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe we could help, righto? I suppose I could help, if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Which fries are really good? Okay, so I'll do it here. So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room in the police department. Evidence room? Wait a second. I've heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? Evidence in the case was stolen from the department's evidence room. Ace Koala's pretty good. There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between the two cases has already been proven. Heh, you don't say. Well, out with it, righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. We also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. God, I hate when he does that. It's so uncomfortable. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right there. Chief, I request you release the information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who'd have guessed? Not really. I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? You're gonna tell us a little. Why not tell us everything? I remember he got, like, turned into an ice sculpture on Pluto. Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well. I guess I might, might as well try to see what I get out of him. I think as a child I kinned Arnold. Valid. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you're able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is... No way! 5842189. That's a familiar number. Well, that's quite long. We have to remember these. It drives me nuts. Yo! Bits! We have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82... I can't do it. I didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright? Does it tell you anything? The ID number on the victim at the police department. Not 5842189. This does tell me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning... It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Let's see what the defense has to say. You said the ID number of the detective that was murdered at the police department tells us you something. What does it tell you? It tells me this! Pride Lion! Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. I love that. Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. Make you cry like an anime girl on prom night. Anime nerd on prom night. There we go. No, it's just... I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing. Like you always do. Damn. They love each other! Also, don't like, attribute that one to me. That's from the Mighty Number 9 trailer. The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places to detect the murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh-ho! Is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? It is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Yeah, Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait. That ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten. We didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What is our listing about that? Oh, ho ho ho, sharp as a tack, Righto. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. Sharp as a tack. Okay, I said sharp as a tack again. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible! So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time? And in a completely different location? Shadow Closures. Yeah, for sure. Order! 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 Chief, what does this mean? No. What do I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Well, you know, I'm gonna give you a brief hiatus. I'm gonna get a glass of water. Give me a second, actually. 1 minute. And lo, I return. Back to the game. No, what I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? It's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Swig. Yeah, Poppy! Wait. I said wait. Why didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare... We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have you heard that name before? Wait, aha! Look at this idiot. Look at this idiot. The apocalypse, stop, no. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Ah! Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But, sir! You could have submitted that report this morning by the court to the court as evidence. Then Man, fuck a cop. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. Damn! Get his ass! Me too, I am also challenged unironically. Get his huge titties, though. He's a pig, Gabe! He's a pig! Listen, here's the thing, alright? If I'm going after a man with a big pair of titties, I'll just go for the sole bad guy, you hear me? What? What was the second rule of evidence law? Oh, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, rule number 2. Unrestricted evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. How is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! Number 1, the tits, yeah. Real. I'm good. I promise. It seems you've come to the end of this trial. And they're going through it at the time, Worthy. With all these rumors. You were in the defendant's chair past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. It's the last thing I do. Yeah, this game is really good. I love this game. You get better reports you better get results this time. Really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution is requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I was not decisive. Surrounding to that Greek sex worker who argued that you couldn't be tried for treason and espionage because she had sweet tits and Zeus wouldn't give a bad person a nice rack and win the case. Good for her! Good for her! Oh, man. That's hype. That's hype. Very well, court is adjourned.
Alright, we'll do the next investigative part of this
This case, and then I'll peace off into the night like a ghost. More investigations. Helping the rise of the Byzantine Empire. Good for her. Right in February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Right in court law offices. Mr. Wright. So, what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? Her name, Albert Einstein. The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad he's in a good spirits, but I'm not sure he's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these guys of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. He's not dead. He's just away for a minute. He'll be back. You know, I really don't think we should be worried about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum tipped over, but the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at a crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Heh. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is... luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't wash it away with just with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Let's give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? An extra pair of these things? Whoa. Damn! 3D glasses! Shark Boy and Lava Girl! Spy Kids 3D game over! Just test for blood reaction and spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. Okay, let's do it over here. There's blood here. You can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So this is a blood stain? It's so... Ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't seem something strikes you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course? What's odd about this, scientifically? The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? I don't think that there should be a little more blood. I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there would have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. We're gonna mark out the floor plans where you find the bloodstains, okay? See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. So that my allowance to buy that. Okay, running very proud looking in the sky. Can't be sure the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they'll fail to mention evidence doesn't fit within their view of the case. Well, let's drag that hidden evidence into the light of day. Yeah! Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this spray on anything I find suspicious. Ha! Uh-oh. Wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead doesn't really get my... kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. That's such a good retort. Witness everything from that security room right there. but I was afraid that it wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand! That's unforgivable! Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the plane that place witnessed from was different, the events, even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ah. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabs Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you're a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? No, she can't. Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon at times, but I can be an angel, too. I wouldn't doubt it. Damn, you just dropping all this stuff in my chin. I should get a thing for, like, a little bit thing. Like a bit cup. When I get, like, my actual overlay. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouth of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the Cough-Up Queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go? Fired? I thought that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And was the proper prosecutors that let me go, I would still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... Oh god, no! Okay, good. Shit. Oh, I just pressed the button. I thought it was presenting something to her. Oh god. Thank you for the follow. Oh my god. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? The knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. Jesus, thank you! I appreciate it. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? I guess not. Let me present the knife again. Alright. Tell me your secrets, ma'am! Let's see. You know something? Let me actually see something really quick. I wanna make sure of something. Might be blood over here at the very least if she like. Over there. I guess I don't have anything else to say. You really have nothing else to say, ma'am? I need deets. Details. Man, I could go for a bento. That'd be sick, actually. Alright, I have to present. I had one of those until 2 years ago. Back when you were a Cough-Up Queen, right? We found this ID card here in the parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking it. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Really? Come on! think about it, I could have taken that picture from the card room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So we went straight to the scene of the crime. I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes, the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. 5 minutes not the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't gonna have it disregarded again. Just at that time. That time? Then tell the truth! Okay, so they are Japanese, but here's the thing. They westernized the hell out of this game. So this doesn't take place in Japan, despite it looking like it. It takes place in an alternate, like, reality version of Los Angeles. So it's where, like, Japanese culture merged well with, like, the culture of I guess, Los Angeles. She is, but, like, it depends on which version you're playing. But for all intents and purposes, yes. At least as far as this goes. But it is 4 kids logic. It's so stupid. Okay. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So, they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? The criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence, of a sort. Made-up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? Yep, that's what cops do. The best part came 7 months after the trial. Every detective involved with this case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be... Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over. And then he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to the case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this cursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyway? Because when all detectives on SL9 disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie, what? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? Salisbury steak. Okay, sure. Steak lunch. Because we're putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you going out? What do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Also, Jake Marshall. Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, yes, she is. Very much so, in fact. Cops, please! It's even busier today than it was yesterday. As they're running around so fast, they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. The detective did get killed here, after all. So the evidence room, scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is. Like a kid at an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. I guess I'll go check it out. Yeah, actually, people are, like, fake. What's the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station to the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. This the scene of the crime? Sure seems that way. Oh. What's wrong? It's that cacti. They're so prickly. So imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What does that mean, Phoenix? What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. It's got a stupid saloon door right down here! These sure are prickly. These must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a coal-rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. Just like her. No, it's also Larry. It's also Larry. It's also Larry. It's also Larry. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. More like an attitude thing than a physical similarity. God, Larry is so stupid. The dumbest idiot on the planet. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. We can use this computer to check on who went in and out of the in and out of there. Why is there this stupid, like, gate here? This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went through there, the cactus would fall over. Ouch! I'd say it's more of a yarg myself. Why is that there? Look, on the floor, a lasso. You can set up a trap something. A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here? But the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. Let's do some investigating. Oh. Yeah! 3D bottle spinning technology, baby! Let's go! Stupid. Stupid. Alright, let me do some investigating. Nothing. Look, look at this stupid Texas plaque! Look at this stupid Texas plaque! Oh, it's so stupid. This security guard uniform hanging here. Looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, and leather... What was it called again? Punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? I know, a poochie! Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. I love the dynamic between Phoenix and, like, his friends. It's very good. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Yeah, Poochie. It's Poochie! I have to go now. My law degree needs me. Phoenix died on the way back home to his law degree. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that... One steak lunch, please! Oh, it's you. That's a gumshoe. No time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. Really needs a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. You look so sad! I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. There's no time for despair. We caught our criminal, now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? I extort him? I will. Gladly. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But that becomes you. Who was it? Listen, pal, I know as I need me a steak lunch pronto. Thing around here talking is gonna fill my belly. Wait, don't leave. Want to know more? Head on to the attendance center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. He ran up to the evidence room. Well, his investigation is off to a running start. Alright, let's see who's here. February 23rd, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Still, I do feel better about things, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Oh! I didn't think I could. I looked around at it and I think I could. I'll go back and check afterwards, though. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Jesus Christ! What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying! Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrator again, sir! That's what I'd say! Hi! Greetings, sir! Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anyone on the premises? I'm here, sir, the rest of the chief, sir! Got your report, sir! Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir! I'm not, sir! I'm a little lost patrolman, sir! Like a little lost lamb, sir! Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't, is he? You, Officer Meekins, you didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir! What? What? Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. Sir! I'm a patrolman, General Affairs, sir! Sir! Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some minutes that day, sir, so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir. Because the evidence kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Yeah, that's no surprise. Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yeah, wow. What the heck is this guy doing? What happened then? After that, sir, everything went white! I saw red! I blacked out! And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Yeah, no similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first. Tell us how you hurt your hand. I'm not meaning to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir! You have to label me as a perpetrator or a victim, sir! Label me a victim! I would, but you have to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Yes, well, sir, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Do you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I label him a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him. Sir, I reckon a tiny apartment devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why'd you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. I do it accidentally because I'm bad at reading and I'm speaking too fast. But your hand, did it happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell you the truth, sir, when it happened, the detective pointed the knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And then the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because the Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Who knows? The lore keeps getting deeper. Ooh. Hold on, I gotta do something real quick. There's something very important I gotta do before I talk to him some more. Can we do that right now? Yes, I can. Let's do some investigating. Investigation. Uh-oh. Blood on the cactus. Wow, we got a reaction. There's clearly blood around the spines here. This room's pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over something and planted their head right on these spines. I think it might be more painful than being murdered. I guess I can examine this whiskey. Nope, can't do it. No alcohol to be able to be examined, because they're just booze. It's not important. Unimportant alcohol. Going back to the thing. How about here? Everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down in the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time on the prosecutor's lot. Ugh, it makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yeah, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, we'll wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anything's going to help us much either. Yeah, he is kind of the type that has something funny to say about that. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I know! The killer used dry ice! If you put it between the latch and the door, the room could be sealed shut. This is good. This will win a writer's award for sure. He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel. That must be the chief of detectives. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Detective killed in the evidence room? Tell no one outside of the police department. No! I told that old lady at the restaurant everything. Someone's getting a promotion. Stupid. Alright. Let's just go back to criminal affairs and let's move to Tin Center again. So I'm gonna present anything to him that might shed some light on the situation. You can get a look at this. Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's it! That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing can be more exact, sir. Nothing. Better pry into this one a little deeper. Tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Goodman, I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman who was in the evidence room. God, I'm bad at reading today. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he put in a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you I was flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. So, Mr. Meekins, why was it that you arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, who he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And this body just disappeared from the evidence room. We don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the evidence clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? The videotape? From the security camera. The crime! My crime! The crime I swore to stamp out! It's there! It's me! It's on tape! And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I live on my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, have my own. Well, I guess you better go check out the crime scene. Alright, let's examine... No, I can't do that yet. Where I gotta go now? Actually, I'm gonna examine, like, these guys standing here. Look at that patrolman is gonna steal the other guy. Must be a detective. Answer me! How many fingers did you see? I'm sorry, I don't know! Well, that's 20 for the left, but nowhere near that for the right. Get glasses, officer! That wasn't a salute. It was an eye test. I think a good pair. The question is, how I get in? Let me see it. Having a blast with those bits, huh? I need to get like a bit cup. I really need a bit cup. February 23rd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the chief of detectives desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, hmm? You know what it means there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his... Oh, God. I skipped the dialogue. Let me, How do I get, No, I think it's... What button is it? I don't remember what button is the, is everything. Like, the entire, case summary. Ah, well. Under his seat cushion behind his personal computer. Inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scout the place again, sir. The detective was a little flustered. Ah, right, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant. Reporting duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, were they? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, I've had no one of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident with Edborn Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor still in the defendant's seat, does it? And you've got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Oh, right-o. Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, prosecutor's office is a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they'll do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective's getting killed on the turf, too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I mean? I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. This one in particular, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I'm expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets, can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives shut. I was one you were picking on earlier. You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Oh, sorry I had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. Something belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not even important. You didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman do something? The end of this, February 21st. Better make a note of that, just in case. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Alright, let's move. Ugh, Jesus. I should probably go talk to Gant again. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Huh? Well, I never thought that it would come and right would ask me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. God, I hate when he does that. It's the worst. So... No, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give them $50, no problem. So go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. So to show, you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You run along and do your best now. Later, folks. Looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, you're going to go in the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Evidence room is beyond that door. We have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. No one open. Aha! The card reader's turned off, see? What is the security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's in Mike Bambina's sky so gray? Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's that why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my salute. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, old doggy. This crime scene's awaiting. The card reader's on again. Over here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with your hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you say you had no mind to tangle with hombres. Alright, fine. Here, you big baby. That smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall? You're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. This for my baby? Yeah, Miss Starr. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet of steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask me anything. Finally, it seems like. Doing the talk. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins in the detention center told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong, calling him Meekly. Feels something. He said when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people in here anyhow. Newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping the eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't tape to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now. Like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved in the record books, but it smells of a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things we're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. I know what maybe 2 of these machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like him about as much as I like stewed cauliflower steaks. You don't understand that these are security cameras. These are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. They're the security guard, and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of your ID card that passes through. This is the ID card record. Hey! I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina. I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I just saw a number on the record now. I've seen the number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove the record of stabbing. Sorry, could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the hiding detective supervision for 2 years. So you can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? But it's the evidence of the 2 years. It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault of the Country Sheriff's Department. That's what we call a transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to be SL9 2 days ago. Yeah, I know what number they're talking about. Let me just present this. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. So, here's the question. How did he get from one place 30 minutes away to there, from there, it was, and in a minute? That makes no sense. What happened? What happened? It was used at 5:14 a.m., right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cars in the whole world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did the Officer Meekins say? Sir, enter the evidence room and ask the man to play his ID card. So he asked Detective Goodman to show you his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he put a knife in me. His ID card then. When he put in a knife at Officer Meekins. Alright, compadre, you win. He doesn't give you this ID card record. Got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people's IDs here. Before I do that, there's a lot here. Alright. I think I'll play this for like maybe a little bit longer, then I'll probably peace out. We'll do the last of it in the next trial later, because I'm really hungry and I'm really tired. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. This is the evidence room? Really, it's kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Yeah! Whoa! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts in the head, pal. So is it true what I heard? Righto, please. Don't look a selfish man. Like if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give him $50, no problem. Let's go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Scant will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? I heard from the chief, so you're boss for it. So now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you want to have this. Before I do anything, I want to present this. You took a look at this. This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in and had them murdered. Whoa! What is it? That second number! That's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth! What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth! What? Damn! floor! How would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Look at this floor plan. Okay, so ship like this. So Detective Gumshoe your boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. Place for boss. Why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. My own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Haha, of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. It was the beginning of the end of Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we need to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. I'm on my third card since having the first already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh! You mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Hey! I know her! Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor. And if the wrong person touches it, zap! You get a shock. After that happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks are not obvious. There are even some people who are in the force who don't know about the fingerprint locks. At the gunman's note and the switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone because of the SL9 connection. That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. It was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was the man to be feared. Why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. That was a bloody, violent case. Violent? So was it murder? A serial killing. A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right on the spotlight. And started the rumor mill. Ugh. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transfer the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident. So, that's just really a knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Let's see what we got here. We got blood. And a lot of it. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Blue pale blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it in the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Whoa. I knew it! This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker, it's mine. It's yours? Please! You have to help me. When they come and take me away, please promise to testify that it wouldn't hurt to fly. Do that for me, won't you, pals? It's an important clue. Jot it down for the plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. Yeah! Good point. You can't trust the police. They're full of shit. All right. Actually, let me see. What's your ID number, bro? Okay. I just want to ask him about the thing. I didn't want to like make a big deal of nothing. Ugh, all right. So let me examine this again real quick, because we know that the second one is Edgeworth's. I am guessing the one immediately after that one is Meekin's. So who are the first two? Actually, let me confirm my theory really quick. Oh, I guess while I'm here, I can do this. Or I can't. Never mind. Right, let's go to, here, and then from here we'll go to here. And now we'll present this to him. Oh. Wrong one. Okay. Okay. Never mind then. I thought I could get, like, information. You know, I'm curious. Oh, wrong one. How about this one? Oh, nothing. A bunch of nothing. Alright. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, Room 1202. This is Clancy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edward's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Oh, hey, thanks for the follows. I really appreciate it. Let me move back to where I gotta go to. Oh, wait, no. I gotta go here. And then from here, I go here. And then from there, I go into here. And then... Look at this stuff. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. A bit of gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal. Make me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? SL9 incident, pal. See that sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL6 evidence. SL9 evidence. I'm getting SL9 and DL6 combined. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before it was broke. Want to try to put it back together? Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Well, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Nope. Nope. How about this way? No. I want a weird jagged piece that would fit in there. Nope. Yeah, there we go. No, not that one. I don't think so. Nope. 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 What am I looking at? I wish I could spin that thing. Oh, it's probably this one, if I had to guess. Nope. It's good music. There we go. I'm getting it. I'm schmoving. There we go. Yeah! Oh, wrong one. Nope. Aha! Alright, that piece. Nope. So let me, nope. 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 There we go. I'm making it work. I'm a genius. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. Problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I can't understand when that got broken. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Got some gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal. Make me have to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. You mean SL9? There's a tag on it. Oh, a little bit over. There we go. Look, this one's open. The running indicator light above the door is lit. The lock is coded with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. I think I got everything I need to here. Let's move back. Gumshoe, not Gumshoe. Edgeworth, you got some explaining to do. Explain to me your crimes. Oh, you're not here. Damn it. Oh well. Damn it. Alright. This glove. Yep, that's a glove. I've seen a glove. I've seen a lot of gloves in my day, and that definitely a glove. Definitely. Do that. There's blood there, blood there. Let's do some more investigating. Yeah, he's 30, so yeah. He's 24, she's 30, 16, 29, 31, Jesus Christ. 33, 36, 65, and 22. Give them the same age as this Ponce. Alright, let me, put my court record. Oh, hello. You can escape me, could ya? Well, you're wrong. Nothing gets by me. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door, so it might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff we got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I like some too. I just borrowed 50 bucks from the chief. Where you get this, Emma? Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Hey, pal, look at the time. There's something you need to be going to? Just that Mr. Edgeworth inquiry we should be letting out soon. I'm gonna give them a report for the day. Might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of this flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth talking about. I'm sure he could use a report like this. Believe in him. Who needs enemies when you got friends like that gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Before I go, I wanna examine this. A piece of white cloth is sticking out. Look like a shirt. I better tidy it up or we'll get it wrinkled. Hey, don't look at me. I didn't leave it hanging out like that. I think it might be important later. I have a hunch. A feeling in my guts. Eh. February 23rd, I prosecutor's office, room 1202. It's the bellboy. Ah, yes, my apologies. Oh, it's you. We met somewhere. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is it with here? You're sitting by the standing in the window with a teacup in his hand. Right. He has a hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back in the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think his whole thing is taking a toll on him. So how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications effort during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there were some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Yeah, he is very cat-like. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation in this case will be directed by the chief of police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've only done what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still... Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Oh, right. Better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. Chief of Police? You wanted evidence for a case I wrapped up half a year ago. Told me you wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It'd have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief has never wanted to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. That's what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Similar as always. It really has nothing to do with the current case. I know you. You probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case we were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. You must be talking about that, his father's murder in the elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth.
Yeah, I'll post the entire VOD pretty soon for the first couple of parts of this. But I'll probably do a lot of that tomorrow. I have a lot of like stuff I need to sift through, so YouTube link is down below if you want to check it out. Some I've posted so far, like Wonderful 101 or more Monster Hunter stuff. A lot of other things I've worked on. Honestly, you want to know something actually really good? They have pretty much confirmed these two men are basically in love because they have wedding ring merch together. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was a deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. Yeah, it's real! That wacky old coot who was involved in that case 2 years ago, too, then. He was a top officer, and my first time working with him. I was nervous. Oh, you're getting nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why I was a deputy chief of police in an investigation. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science? Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminal testing fluid, Well then. You might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder into these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks! How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember a suspicious handprint somewhere. Huh, I guess she left. Huh, so did he. That's suspicious. I can't do it. I tried it earlier and didn't do anything. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. Investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. This is a secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that leaves... I will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating, choose a finger. I think it's this one. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you what's done. I'm starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we fill the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With enter, see? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres clearly to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With E. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. Nice I'm getting used to, though. It's fine. Won't go up your nose or anything. Just pour on the powder on thick and blow away extra. Those are best of the fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. Guess I better give it a try. And... I think I put in too much. I think I have to keep holding it or something. I want a different finger. How about this one? And blow. Nada. Right, how about this one? This one? Oh! Not quite. It's gotta be this one. Oh, wrong one. Wrong button. Listen.
I think it's the thumb, actually, and I just put on too much. Let's try that again. Maybe not? I thought it would have to be this finger. Ah, wrong one. I think it is the index finger. I'm just probably making a mistake of what I'm doing. Oh, I guess I should just keep spreading it around and then just... Ah, there we go. Aha! You did it! You found one! But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? This person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Looks like we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's the way it goes with the scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, only look at the other prints. Other prints? Look in the locker door again closely. It seems like there's fingerprints of the blood or handprint on the wall as well. Alright. This one. Aha! Wait, what do you mean? No, I got it! Game, please! Never mind. Let me just keep spraying it on there. Probably, but we never know with this kind of thing. I got a clear fingerprint, game. Give it to me. Okay. Yay, a print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And point out the person who you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So his fingerprints with it. Also, we found this evidence locker. Nope. 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 Huh, yep, it's gumshoes. Aha! These pins belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess it's probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. Gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Right. There was a handprint here. Okay. Wanna try using this? Different prints. Spirit? Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We ended up finding it with chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away, too. Oh, right. That means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me! Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Alright, let's see what we can find. Let's start with, Oh. Oh, my bad. I fucked up. I thought I was doing a thing. I had to press a different button, I guess. Let's see, that weren't wiped away. I don't see any other handprints. Oh. That's weird. You know what? Valid. Oh, I gotta do some more around here. There's some around here that I'm missing. There we go. Okay, who could it be? Huh. That's interesting. It's Jake Marshall. Hey, these fingerprints, whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. Decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's handprints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints were in the same place. Oh. Oh! So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a white blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall... Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. To be continued! I'm going on for a while. Jesus Christ. This is a big case. Jesus Christ. Okay. So we'll tackle the next part later. Sorry to say I won't be streaming tomorrow to participate in the Twitch blackout. If you want to support the stream, you can do so down below. If you want to help out defunding police with Reclaim the Block, you can do that down below, or COVID relief with Private Hope down below as well. And if you have some spare cash around, you can also give it to a friend of mine who needs a better computer, which is all down there below. And if you want to support the stream, follow me on Twitter, all that kind of stuff. You can all do that down below as well. Hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. I'll try to be back on Thursday, but there's no real guarantee because I'll have family over starting tomorrow. So we'll play it by ear. In any case, I'll see y'all later. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.